And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age Struggle for Freedom. It has been quite some time since we got back to this. It's just I've been busy with work and IRL stuff lately. I believe for this one, we just advanced the plot a little bit, and then I just do a little bit of grinding in the Westersand. But don't worry, we will be continuing our way towards plot, as this following cutscene will explain to us.
When Vossler learned my father had been killed the night of the treaty signing, he returned to Ravenaster, there to aid my escape. There was still time before Vane's reach extended too far. We thought that you could protect me.
However, when I then made the announcement that you had taken your own life, I must have seemed a model citizen of the Empire. The announcement, you see, was Vane's suggestion. Of course, at the time I was reluctant, but I could not perceive his reasons. Now it is clear he meant to drive a wedge between us.
Halim, we are past all this. Bushirba must stand with us. We can stop Vane.
I once knew a girl whose only wish was to be carried in her uncle's arms. Your Majesty is a woman grown now.
Then Bushirba will aid me.
Suppose for a moment you were to defeat Vane. What then? You cannot simply rebuild your kingdom with the only proof of your birthright stolen. Without that, the Grand Kiltias on Bor-Omises cannot and will not recognize your Majesty as the rightful heir. You may yet be a princess, but without proof of your identity, you are powerless. You will remain with me. We do nothing till the time is right.
I cannot just wait.
Then what does your Majesty propose we do?
Uncle Halim.
Incidentally, what is the going rate for rescuing princesses these days? Food would be a start. The good stuff, mind you.
This can be arranged, though it will take some time.
Time enough for a bath, I hope. Dirty business, you know. Best bring a change of clothes, too.
What are you doing? This is Balthier's ship.
I'm going to retrieve the Dawn Shard. It's the proof that I need. I know where it's hidden. I'll return his airship later.
Are you crazy?
This is something that I have to do. Not only for myself, but for all those who have fallen. I will not be made to hide. I'll fight alone if I must.
You still have Bosch, right? Besides, you can't just go around stealing people's ships. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to concentrate.
That's quite enough, Your Majesty. What do you think? A bit over the top?
In my line of work, you never know when something like this might come in handy.
I'm trying to concentrate.
I'm leaving you with the Marquis.
You can't.
Trust me, you're better off staying here.
Suppose you kidnapped me instead. You're a sky pirate, aren't you? Then steal me. Is that so much to ask?
What do you have that I would want?
The Dynast King's treasure. The Dawn Shard is but one of the riches that lie waiting in King Wraithwall's tomb.
King Wraithwall, you say?
Kidnapping royalty is a serious offense. It won't do much to lower the bounty on your head.
How much is the price on your head these days, I wonder?
Allow me to escort you in Vossler's place.
Will you be joining us?
What? Are you kidding? I don't want to stick around this place.
Then I'm coming too.
Canelo.
Don't leave me here.
Of course not.
Then it's settled. We should leave before the Marquis realizes she's missing, like proper kidnappers.
Dr. Sid, does this set Draclaw?
I have confirmed he receives funds from Lord Vane. His agency in the fall of Nabudis is also certain. Yet, with Judge Zekt, who led the assault, missing, the truth remains difficult to ascertain.
The long, cold years have clouded my eyes. I cannot see my own son's heart.
My lord.
This illness will claim me. So then, who is to be my successor? The Senate fears the capable Peregrine Vane. They prefer a young fledgling emperor. Gabranth, once in the past I laid siege to your homeland.
The Republic of Landis is long since gone. My allegiance lies wholly with the Empire.
Perhaps. But what of your brother? He did not accept us as you did. He fled to Dalmasca. Did you never think to follow him?
I follow his every move. He is an enemy of the Empire. He will be cut down.
So you would kill even your own brother for the Empire. Be that as it may, Gabranth, your ruthlessness is not without merit. But it must not become this way with Larsa. You must ensure that it does not.
So then you ask me to be his sword, to strike where he might not.
Rather be his shield. Gabranth, keep your close watch on Vane. His is the keenest blade of all.
My lord.
Do this for me, Gabranth. I could not bear to see my sons war with each other again.
Whoa. This come in handy often?
It's tough being popular. Wouldn't want any admirers dropping in while we're away. Well now, that's as far as she goes. We'll be in yacht from here onwards.
Across the Sand Sea, to the Valley of the Dead, and to King Wraithwall's tomb below.
So when you're in yacht, skystones don't work at all. That's why we gotta hoof it the rest of the way, you see?
Happy you get to teach me something for a change?
Well, if you want to be a sky pirate, You gotta know your... Hey, what do you mean for a change?
Come on.
At least we
accept
thought
it.
to bring
I'm smarter than
entertainment.
you.
Oh yeah? Says who? You wanna see what they think about it?
I wouldn't be so confident.
Alright. Now we pretty much establish our next destination. We need to get to Wraithwall's tomb in order to claim the Dawn Shard. So, why do we need a Dawn Shard? It's because of we need to prove Princess Ash's birthright in order for her to reclaim her throne. So, I'm just selling off some of my old stuff at the moment. I don't really have all that much money. I had to waste all that on potions. God damn it. But I will be doing some grinding a little bit on screen just to talk about some stuff. If there's anything in particular where I need to go in order to advance the plot, or if I need to rush something very quick, I will do that off screen. Well, here's what I meant to do: some grinding off screen before I advance the plot. That's what I meant to say. There we go. Alright, so we do, and this is the reason why I decided to hold off on buying some equipment, because I can buy some new ones here. I also do want to buy some spells as well. I believe the Cure spell should be available. At this point, I remember buying it here from this vendor. Yeah, there it is, right. Cure, Arrow, and Gravity. Gravity somehow is Earth Elemental magic. I guess just for the sake of having it. Horology, that does, I think, more damage based off the number of steps you take. No, that's Traveler, Horology, I think, depends on how many more consecutive hits you're able to land. It would do way more damage. I'm not sure if it's just consecutive hits or consecutive critical hits. I don't remember what the formula is. But I remember it being pretty, a pretty obscure, I remember it being like a pretty obscure thing to the point where it's not really worth the effort, I don't think. It just could be just my imagination, of course. But nonetheless, you know, just buy it for this merchant. This will be the guy you're going to be buying from for a while. And you also want to tag this crystal. It is a teleport crystal, of course. So I hope you'll all be ready for Black Friday. Coming up in a little while. There's going to be a lot of deals, so if you're a Black Friday shopper, you either want to get the jump on as early as you can, be like one of those crazy maniacs who just camp outside and be the first in line to grab that Gatebuster deal. Or you can be smart like me and just place your orders online and just wait for it to come. You know, you could just do that instead. Unless you're like the type of person who just wants this right now, you know. But yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before or not, but this game, Final Fantasy 12, is getting a release on the Nintendo Switch. So for you Switch owners out there that don't have a PS4, well, you'll be in luck if you're interested in Final Fantasy 12. They're also porting 7, 9, 10, and 10-2 for the Switch. That's rather curious. I mean, unless they reveal more about the games, like maybe if you buy this, you get the special DLC content or something. I don't know if that's really going to be worth it, especially if you can already get the PS4 versions of those, the ones that came out previous to this. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know what point is there to it as of right now, unless they reveal more information. But nonetheless, for the most part, I've just been playing like a bunch of new games. I was playing Mega Man 11, beaten that, enjoyed it for what it was worth. Finished everything there was to do in Octopath Traveler. That game basically consumed my life for the most part for the last 3 months. Oh man, I'm trying to think of what else. The World Ends With You, I'm going to get back into at some point. You know, I just have to get used to the Joy-Con controls a little bit. But it does look interesting. As you can see here, these allures that these Raruns, I don't know how to pronounce it. Raruns, we'll call it. They have succulent fruits, which you can sell for a good amount of money, and I think their bazaar includes like a number of high potions, which is nice considering high potions isn't exactly available at this time. So I think to me it's like one of those things where I mean, this is where it can be kind of difficult here, this particular patch, because you have to keep relying on an abundant amount of potions, but you're going to be carrying 99 of them at a time. And while potions aren't terribly expensive to begin with, I think it's just one of those things where, and I'm just thinking about this right now as I'm talking, that maybe you don't want to buy the added upgrade, unless you're buying like an elemental resist, of course. But then again, you do need HP to survive, so ugh. Yeah, this is where I kind of wish high potions were more readily available at this point. But that's just me. That's just me. It's just me. Well, pretty much other than that, I've been pretty excited for other things in mind, including Smash Ultimate is coming out for the Switch. Has the biggest character roster, I think, of any fighting game known to man. I recall another fighting game that had a jacked roster, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 had like well over 50 characters, and also rest in peace Stan Lee. I recall recently seeing Venom, and he made a cameo in that, and man, the man lived a life, 95 years old, and he was still kicking. That's what you call a legend right there. A fucking legend. But yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I had a big roster. Ultra Street Fighter 4, I remember, had a big time roster. Well, I think another one as well with 50 characters. I don't remember how many off the top of my head. But those are a crap ton of people on that. And Street Fighter 5, even the arcade version kind of paled in comparison. It's just that, what's weird is that Capcom seems to have something good at first, and it looks good, but then until you present it, and it kind of like falls flat. Kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I know it's been well over a year at this point since the game got released. But people still play it, but some would consider it to be a dead game, considering it didn't make it to EVO this year. And of course I have the Stuffles, of course, the Stuffy Nose. Good thing I took some Claritin this morning. Hopefully it'll kick in soon enough. It's just been cold these last few days in Massachusetts, and we're gonna be getting some snow tonight. You know, as of Thursday night. And if the winter was to come, even if it's a month early. Yeah, back to Smash Ultimate. I'm definitely looking forward to that. It's gonna have 80 characters, including the 6 DLC, 5 of which you can get in a Fighter Pass, and one of which is given away for free if you have a Nintendo account. Yeah, the high potion, you can see I'm gonna have 11 of those high potions. They're quite scarce at this point. So that's why once I am able to buy high potions, I can kiss the regular potions goodbye. And I do recall, though, going to the Wraithwall's tomb that you can grind a lot. I remember in the vanilla version anyway, I used to get everyone's quickening all the way to, I want to say, max. Either level 2 or max, I don't quite remember, to beat the first demon wall at least, because I remember that the reward you get for beating the demon wall, well the first 2 demon walls anyways. I think you get a PS4 trophy for beating the 2 demon walls. If you're able to beat both of them, you can get a Scourge mote, and Scourge is the strongest spell in the game. It's just ridiculously powerful. It can easily break the 9,999 damage cap, like easily. But you don't have to get the Scourge mode if you don't feel it's worth it, because generally speaking, it's best to just run away from the first demon wall, and then the second demon wall, you can actually set traps to slow it down, then beat it up, and I think it's less likely to go for banish at that particular point. And thankfully, we have Penelo that can actually use the Cura spell effectively. Cura is going to be our main source of healing as of right now. It can heal for well over 400, which is well worth the MP. It's weird that these wolves are actually a little tougher than usual. But I guess then again, this is a deeper part of the Westersand, so I guess it's kind of expected. Ether, thank God, because Lord knows we're gonna need that. Oh yeah, I think there's one particular enemy I did want to show off actually, that you can get a pretty decent weapon at this point. I'll show that off in just a second as soon as I get to that. Oh, Gus can get cast slow. Okay, that's interesting to note here. Got another high potion. Sweet. Oh, and sorry if you keep hearing like those noises, those pop-up noises over and over. It's because I have Discord on at the moment. Hope it's not going to be too much of a bother. But yeah, I'm just exploring this part of the Westersand, really. Just kind of show off. I'm trying to show off wherever I can. Because the reason why we're leveling up a little bit is because we do want to be rather pimped out before we advance the plot. So that's why I'm just trying to grab as many items as I can. Restock on resources if I need to, but definitely save them for the equips, and then maybe leftovers for resources. The cockatrices. Be careful with their regular attacks. Actually, I'm gonna close out Discord now, so that way. Let's see. Yeah, let's just. Yeah, I'm trying to close out Discord, but I think I did it. All right. Yeah, I think I did. I think I did. At least I hope so. But yeah, these giant birds there, they can give you large feathers. Their resale price is okay. I believe that way leads to a part of the Westersand where the map is like completely blanked off due to like a huge sandstorm. And I think that if you do set off the sandstorm, the vision becomes pretty blurry around the Westersand as well. So let's not let that happen, shall we? Oh, these cockatrices are weak to water, apparently. That's rather interesting. Yeah, you can see right there, you can see how the parts of the Westersand do interconnect. Yeah, I guess Gust, in this particular case, kind of does help him out in the sense that adding slow obviously makes it a bit more annoying for us to deal with, of course. And I was just on an autopilot at this point. I just said, just fight everything in the way, pretty much. Because those license points are I can't even talk right now. Sorry. Those license points will definitely stack up, and we definitely want to take advantage of some abilities that we can grab. And this is what what I was gonna get into earlier was that the cockatrice's attack can also inflict gradual petrification, which if you don't treat in time, your ally becomes instantly petrified. Okay, I believe it's now I show off the optional enemy you can fight. I think it's down this map actually, where I'm about to go to in a second. Yes, it's right here. There is a giant wolf right here. You see that big wolf here with the haste right there? The Limber wolf. Yeah, Lindber wolf. There we go. This one hurts. That's all you need to know. This thing hurts. And not only that, but he hits like a... Not only that, but he hits really goddamn fast. Gotta get rid of this other wolf too, because he's a little annoying. There we go. You can get actually an assassin's dagger from this one right here, which is why I'm gonna attempt to steal it. And if you do beat it, you get... Oh, there it is right there. I get the assassin's dagger. Assassin's dagger is really nice. It's gonna be really, really nice here. It will grab us some pretty important KOs. Man, I'm running low in Phoenix Downs. Thankfully, I can just go to probably the nearest one will have to be Rabanester, honestly. Man, I keep clearing my throat over and over. If you do beat this one, I think you get about maybe 3 license points.
I can't.
Yeah, pretty much at this point, though, with Penelope being targeted, it's kind of gonna be pretty hard for. It's gonna be pretty hard for her to support the party, know that she's gonna be targeted constantly. And I just had enough MP for Kira. My God. Let's go put Bosch in there. High HP. And why aren't you oh, Bosch is in the middle of potion duty. Okay. That's what he was doing. This thing should be going down almost dead. There we go. Alright, finally. But we got our prize, and that Assassin's Dagger. Oh, one-hit doom. Right. It can inflict death sentence. Which I'm hoping will come into play at some point. But yeah, I realized, then, oh right, I'm like very close to Rabanastre, so I might as well just go over there. Oh man. Alright. Gotta keep clearing my throat over and over again. But this does conclude our video, at least for this does conclude, if I can talk and breathe, our session at this time. Next time we meet, we'll explore the remainder of the Westersand, and then move on to plot. So take care.